the sun is just starting to climb up over the treetops. And it's gonna be a beautiful day, that's plain to see.
Welcome to Bill Dance Outdoors, America's most popular and longest running TV fishing show.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Hello again, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Bill Dance Outdoors. Today, Bill is traveling to St. Cloud, Florida, to fish with his good buddy Byron Hennessy from Osceola Outback Adventures. Byron has ponds stocked full of the high-flying, drag-screaming Barramundi. That's right, from the Outback to South Florida. The awesome Barramundi are a tremendous fish, both for catching and eating. Barramundi are native to Australia, but due to the similar climate in South Florida, they thrive here too. They can weigh up to 130 pounds and can strike your lure like a largemouth bass, fight with the power of a snook, and soar through the air like a tarpon.
Oh, he's got it, Bill.
I see it.
Man, he crushed it.
Byron's property is the only licensed Barramundi fishing operation in North America, and it's located just west of Florida's Space Coast. This area is one of the most popular destinations in the Sunshine State, both for its great attractions and for some of the finest fishing anywhere to be found. Huge redfish, giant snook, and some of the biggest speckled trout live right here in the Indian River, and fantastic bass fishing is close by as well. Bill stopped by here before, and since Barramundi grow at an extremely rapid rate, he wanted to check in again and see how far they've come under Byron's care. And since their nickname is the Australian snook, there's no wonder that Barramundi can turn this into a Barra-FUN-Day.
Byron, when I first came here back in 2006, we were catching fish in the 8 to 10 pound class. And when I returned in 2009, we were catching perhaps those same fish, but they'd grown up quite a bit. They were in the 12 to 14 pound class. Then Mother Nature came along and threw you a curveball.
Boy, did she. We suffered a major loss here in Florida from the weather. From the coastline, we lost our tarpon and our snook and manatees, and we lost almost every barramundi we had on our entire farm due to that cold weather.
So you're the only place in the Northern Hemisphere that where you can catch these fish.
Absolutely. We're the only fish farm and the only farm allowed to outdoor farm barramundi in the state of Florida. It's been outlawed since 2007.
What do these fish feed on?
Well, in their natural environment, they eat shrimp, crustaceans, smaller fish, really anything they can get in their mouth, just about like a largemouth bass.
So what do you feed them? I mean,
we use a pellet. We throw a pellet in here for them. It's a high protein, 45% protein pellet. It's an organic feed, and it's high in fat, and it gives us a growth rate of about 1/2 pound to 3/4 pound a month per fish.
Good gosh. But the one thing that really affects their behavior more than anything is water temperature.
Cold weather, that's the only thing that messes with us. Once the water temperature drops below about 60 degrees, it's time to dig a hole.
Well, we're going to try a little bait called, it's a little rebel bait called a frog R.
Yep, right here.
Yeah, there's one.
Is that the rebel frog R?
Yeah, it's a little frog R.
Oh, but darn.
They make these in a lot of different versions, a little pop R, but this one, it has kind of a little walk the dog.
I like that. They'll eat the heck out of that.
They like frogs?
Oh yeah, they like anything they can get in their mouth.
Well, they can get this in their mouth.
I guarantee you.
It's a great bass bait, so I'm sure that, I don't know if a barramundi's ever eaten one, but we'll let them.
We'll find out today.
Yeah, absolutely. Woo. They jump like a bass, don't they?
Yes, they do. And a snook.
Well, that's a better one.
And a tarpon. You know, they remind me a lot of a triple tail in a lot of their characteristics with their fins.
Okay, buddy. Come up here. They've got razor sharp fins, don't they?
Those gill plates, you'll cut your tennis shoes. Can't beat that, can you?
Bill Dance Outdoors is sponsored in part by Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Rebel, catch fish anywhere. And by Mercury Marine, go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by Mercury Marine. Go boldly.
They fight good.
Let's see that rod bowing.
Woo! Woo! He spit something out. Oh, what a good fight.
Oh boy, that's a nice
Oh,
one.
man, I tell you, these rods are good.
Oh boy, that is a good one
Ooh.
right there too,
They're
bud.
big.
Yes, sir. Ooh wee.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, man. Is this a 12-month-a-year operation? I mean, do you catch fish here 12 months of the year?
Yes, sir. It just gets slow sometimes in the wintertime. If we have a bad cold front, it'll slow the bite down a little bit. Bill, when you pull these rods out to show me what we were using today, I wasn't expecting them to have this kind of action.
They're a really unique product that the Quantum folks came up with. The rod extends to 6 feet 6 inches long, and it's extremely easy to fit in your car or truck, up under the seat, or in a carry-on bag, a backpack. You can stow it in a motorcycle or your four-wheeler, on a bicycle if you want to. And the reason for that is they call it a telecast. And you take it, you can break it down, and when you break it down, it extends down to like, I think 22 inches. And that's very compact. Look how small it, you saw that.
That's incredible. I know when you pulled it out of the truck, I couldn't believe it was going to be a full-size
Yeah.
fishing pole.
A little telecast, you just pull it out, extends on out to the 6 feet 6 inches. Now the rod blank is constructed of IM6 graphite, and like we said, it's light, it's extremely sensitive. You can load it up, make a long cast. This outfit has stainless steel guides with hard chrome inserts that won't damage the line and they won't pop out. Like I say, it has excellent backbone. It's very well constructed from the tip all the way down to the handle. The reel seat is lightweight graphite with stainless steel locking hood, and a split grip handle is constructed of comfortable EVA foam. And of course the reel, it's all aluminum, has an all aluminum spool and front end adjustments, the drag setting, ball bearing drive, and a continuous anti-reverse. It's just a neat little outfit. Now, how long would it take that fish to grow to 12 pounds?
You know, this fish we're catching now is a year and a half. And at 2.5 years old, we'll have them to 10 pounds. So probably close to 3 pounds. 3 years, they'll be 12 pounds. It's got a lot to do with the winter. If we got mild winters, you'll get a faster growth on them. But this winter's been pretty rough, and we still got them to grow pretty good, but they grow better when it's been a warm winter.
Get him in there.
Pretty, Andy.
Yes, there's old silver side and everything on it.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Quantum Rods and Reels, Mystic Lubricants, Lubrication Domination, and Tracker Boats, fish the finest. Today's show is sponsored in part by Stren, the standard of dependability since 1958. Lure Lock, turning the tackle world upside down. And Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder.
Today's equipment log is brought to you in part by Lure Lock. Their TackLogic technology locks your terminal tackles safely into place. 100% made in America. Lure Lock, revolutionizing the way you fish.
There's still some more out there.
There's a bunch. You see them pushing them shad to the top and they go to feeding on them. Oh, he's got it, Bill.
I see it. Boy, he blew it up.
Man, he crushed it. That never gets old watching, does it?
You know, I could take a big heavy casting rod I wouldn't have near as much fun
no
as I would taking this this action rod. Just matching the tackle to the size of the fish, that's what the fun is. Oh, look at the size of this one. Ooh, boy, did you see that? That's it. So they come from the estuaries of northern Queensland
yes,
in Australia.
The Northern Territory, yes,
so
sir.
that evidently that section has a warmer climate.
Well, that, and think about this, they don't have any barramundi in the central part of Australia or southern part because it's just too far away from the equator. So the closer they can get to the equator, the more prolific they are and the larger they grow, up to 100 pounds.
Good gosh, how would you land 100-pound barramundi?
Just have to have the right tackle. He's 4 pounds.
A neat looking fish, ain't they?
They are prehistoric looking.
Hmm?
Look prehistoric, just the way they're built.
That little bitty mouth. That tail looks just like a triple tail, doesn't it?
Yeah, or a Goliath grouper.
Yeah. Okay, dude. See ya. You're going to start a commercial operation in some of these ponds, right?
That's right, Bill. We'll start our commercial operation for selling these fish to the market. And this fish that are in here in this impoundment right now, about 4 to 5 pounds, is what the market's looking for.
So you'll go with grocery chains?
Yep. We'll have big seafood outlet, market outlets is what buys them first. And then as we move along with our production and we have more fish to offer to the markets, then we'll broaden our sales area.
What would a fish, a 5-pound fish sell for in a retail?
Well, I'd say normally if you're looking at, for us, we sell it whole. They buy it by the fillet, and they're paying about $14 to $16 a pound filleted.
You what?
Yes, sir. It's comparable to tuna fish in your seafood market. It's a white fish, high in omega-3 fatty acids. It has about 7 to 8 grams of protein per ounce of fillet.
Good gracious.
It's a great fish to eat. It's all white fish, real mild. Any flavors you put with it, it draws right in. It's a chef's best fish to cook with. They love it.
They don't see it on a lot of menus, do they?
Well, you think about it, the only place you can get it's in Australia or from us. There are a few markets up north that are raising them for food fish. but there's no other place to catch them. So once we have our market in and we have our fish ready for sale, then if you buy fish probably in the southeastern United States, it's coming from this farm.
Look at that big silver thing.
Woo!
Shining in the water. Let's see what you've got.
I got a little bit of everything.
Now, how big is that one? About
I'd say
3.5,
probably
4?
3.5 pounds, yeah. They're just so thick. It's misleading when they're not quite as long, but I tell you what, they're so thick across the back.
Bill's question and answer of the week is brought to you by Lure Lock. Our durable tackle boxes will protect your prize lures and make organization fun and easy. Lure Lock, revolutionizing the way you fish.
What can help you get more strikes on a bottom bumping bait like a jig, worm, or two? Slow things down. Hold the rod at 2 o'clock position and move the lure. It's more of a slow drag than a hop, though you may have to hop it a little bit through cover. Then drag it along. This technique can really make a difference when the bite is slow.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort. And Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. Closed captioning provided by Power Pole, the original shallow water anchor. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin and their GPS map series, chart plotter sonar combos. With advanced sonar technology like Chirp and exclusive Panoptix all-seeing sonar, you'll spend less time finding your fish.
Smoke rods received a major redesign with the new S3 series. Actions are faster and more on trend with today's techniques. Quantum's high-strain graphite construction yields an incredible lightweight blank with maximum sensitivity. There's 15 actions all the way up to the 7-foot 10-inch model for everything from finesse shaky heads to flipping in the heaviest cover.
Come be a part of Bill Dance Digital. Join us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. Follow us.
There he
you
is.
go.
Eat them frogs.
Where is he?
Oh,
you got him?
right,
I
a
see.
little bit. Good little bait.
That little old bait's good for speckled
Is it
trout.
really?
Oh yeah, bass. It's a good bass bait.
I imagine the bass will wreck it too. It's a good Barramundi bait too.
Look at that sun on him. He just shines like a new penny. That's a nice one.
Hey, like I was saying a little bit ago, this Rebel Frog Gar is a great bait and perfect for how we're fishing it today. The Frog Gar is a topwater lure designed to walk the dog. All you do is twitch your rod tip downward to create that side-to-side action to catch fish. You can slow it down or speed it up depending on how the fish want it. But it's a great little bait and I absolutely love it for catching largemouth bass. But I'm telling you, you can walk the dog with this frog and I'll guarantee you'll catch more fish. We sure are today.
You gotta love topwater. And if you love topwater, this is it right here. Ooh-wee.
Pulling good. Oh, got a double.
Oh yeah, that's a dandy. Boy, I got a horse right here. Got one on if I can get him.
Oh. Pretty good one.
Yes, sir.
They don't know when to quit, do they?
No. I'll tell you one thing. Matching the size of the fish to the tackle, I'm gonna tell you. What's that? You got 35-pound leader on this 12?
Yes, sir.
And get a hold of it. Yes. Watch it, Jack.
Don't let him cut you.
I got my little bow grips just for that. You liked that, didn't you, old boy? Look how thick that job is. Say that they're good eating fish?
Yes, sir. Excellent.
Boy, you could eat on that for a couple of days, couldn't you?
Make a good meal.
Okay. See ya.
Well, as you've seen, this has been quite a fun day for both Bill and Byron. You can simply catch more fish here in a short amount of time than you can possibly imagine. The action is non-stop, and of course, catching them on the surface just makes it that much more fun. We'd like to thank Byron and his staff here at Osceola Outback Adventures. And we highly recommend you giving them a visit when you're in this area. You'll have a Barra-FUN-Day too. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll catch you again next time on Bill Dance Outdoors.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.
Thanks for watching Bill Dance Outdoors. Join us here again next week.
Now I've gone fishing with Bill Dance today.